Good Monday morning to you. I can't believe it, but we are already at homeschooling virtually, day 8. I can't believe it. So, anyway, they asked us to keep it short and sweet, so that is what I'm going to try to do this morning. You guys know how good I am at that, but we'll see if I can make it. So, we're going to dive into our verse. This is from our sermon yesterday. It really blessed my heart. I hope it blesses yours too. Our pastor, Michael Moorfield, was talking about how, in these days, every day we have a battle for who's going to be king of our heart, but in these days our battle is that much harder. And so he talked about it almost the entire chapter of John 7, verses 1 through 52. It was a great sermon, but this one really spoke to me. The fact that Christ told us, in fact, he cried out. I just wonder how frustrating it was to talk to people who never seem to really be listening, including us today. But on the last day of the feast, the great day, on this great day of the Feast of Tabernacles, or the Feast of Booths, the high priest would take a golden pitcher. He would walk to the pool of Siloam, fill it with water, and pour it at the base of the altar to remind everyone of when of when God offered gave them water in the wilderness. And it's such a beautiful picture that the Holy Spirit in our heart, through the power of Christ's sacrifice, puts living water in our hearts. And that living water is only so much good if it pours out and it blesses others as well. And so that's obviously our goal as Christians, is to bless others, which brings me to my challenge for the week, which I just want to say how much you guys blessed me last week. There were representatives from every class who added to the document last week for my challenge, and really good verses and an excellent quote from Jane Eyre. So just want to say thank you. I hope that you guys have a minute to stop and add to the document for this week as well. In fact, I know a couple of you already have. So thank you. You really encourage my heart, and I want you to know that I'm sure you're encouraging others as well. All right. So my challenge for the week is, I'm calling it Easter Extra. And when you do something extra for someone, either in your home or out of it, I would love for you to share that with us. And then maybe the rest of us can get some ideas from you and go and spread this living water to other people in our influence. So if you get a minute, go over there and do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. All right. Here are the changes that are coming. This is why I'm doing a video. I'm going to be backing off. As you can tell, I haven't done a video for you guys since last Monday. Maybe one a week. I'm not even sure if that'll be necessary, but we'll see how it goes. We are moving everything to Google Classroom. You probably realized that when your email this morning was flooded with assignments. I hope that it will not be too overwhelming. We're hoping that it'll actually be helpful for you, that you'll have everything on a calendar laid out for when it's due. The other thing that we are going to be doing is moving back to essentials. So less work essentially for you, so that you can focus and do your best work on what you have to do. I just realized I was doing the old person thing and putting my entire face on the screen, so my bad. Okay, so less work for you. We are going to be, if you're not, sorry, 8th grade, but if you're not already in the middle of a vocabulary list, we are not going to be doing vocabulary anymore, but 8th grade, we are going to finish at least to the quiz that we have scheduled here pretty shortly. So dropping off vocabulary, we're also going to be letting go of our grammar for this year, and all of your grammar will be focused on your writing. So hopefully you're saying woohoo. However, this does mean that there will be fewer grades put in the grade book. So I hope that your grade is where you want it to be. If it is not, and you are concerned about that, however, you might want to wait until I finish all my grading. But if you get to a point where you're concerned about your grade, you should reach out to me, as you know. Okay. I am hoping to add in more fun at this point. We're looking at maybe a family read for a book. I'm still thinking through that. But if not, we are trying to implement some literature and writing-based activities that might be a little bit more fun. So look for those in the future. We are also hopeful that you can spend more family time together with our backing off and focusing only on the essentials. So anyway, we don't want to bite into your family time. We hope you're taking walks and playing games. I know our family is. In fact, we embarked on an epic adventure last night to watch all of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So we watched movie number 1 last night. We have 5 more to go. Obviously, we'll be spacing them out so that we don't go too crazy. But we also are trying to move toward less screen time. So fewer videos and more reading. More activities that you can do without having to use your screen. All right. Here are the individual activities that are coming up. I am trying to get a Zoom in for everybody over. I started with the sophomores on Friday. That went really well. Everybody was there. It was awesome. And I am expecting the same thing from the juniors and the seniors this Wednesday. 8th grade, I had to schedule yours kind of quickly. I wanted to do it. I wanted to use it to review Act 2 today at 2:30. So you got an invitation to that on Google Classroom. I am hopeful that you can be there today. I am hoping that the only reason you wouldn't be there is that you are providentially or parentally hindered from being there. So if you can't be there today, if you will let me know, send me an email really quickly, that would be great. All right, seniors, you have your rough draft due today. I just wanted to remind you that the way I look at rough drafts is you get full credit if you have all of your pieces there. So if you have everything that we've asked you to put into your thesis, even if it's not completely developed as you are hoping for it to be in the next couple of weeks, that should be full credit for you. And it will also involve your completing a peer edit. That is pretty much the same thing for you juniors. I know yours isn't due today, but that will be this, and sophomores as well. Sorry, all 3 of you. The outlines or the elements of your thesis are what we are looking for in the rough draft. Optimally, your rough draft would be longer than your final draft so that you can cut out what is unnecessary or rework things. So that's kind of how we think as teachers, just so that you know. Okay. Seniors, we're moving to The Great Divorce. I thought that I would just go ahead and keep that because several of you were really excited about reading it. I think it's a great read. I love it every year. So, and juniors, we are going to embark on a search for the Great American Short Story, and we're going to try to build a Google map too. So, I am hopeful that that this will go well, and I will be getting details out to you as soon as possible. Sophomores, we're up to Frankenstein. So excited. And I hope you are too. We will incorporate Paradise Lost into our study of Frankenstein whenever we hit that part. So hang on to both of those books. Don't lose them. We'll need them shortly. Okay. Sophomores, I'll be scheduling a Zoom for you, but most likely sometime next week. And I would probably not try to, it looked like the schedule was pretty full this week, so I'll probably not try to squeeze that in. 8th grade, don't forget our Zoom today. We're going to continue working very slowly through Henry V so that you do not feel overwhelmed or have to spend too much time. And then after that, normally we do a poetry unit. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do that in a fun way with you virtually, or I might jump off and do something different this year. So I'm still thinking that through, and I will let you know where I land. All right. Just wanted to say thank you for all the hard work you guys have been putting in. I've had near 100% participation, so that's great. Those participation grades will be going out in the next day or two for last week. And I just want to say I love you, and I hope you are doing well. And if you have any questions, you know that you need to email me as quickly as possible. You guys are doing a great job of communication, though. I'm really pleased with how things are going. So just wanted to say I hope you have a beautiful Holy Week. It is probably unlike any you'll ever have again in your life, or at least we hope. So I hope you enjoy the beautiful weather, 80s over the next couple of days, and the beautiful time that you have with your family. Again, if you need me, I'm just an email away. Take care.